So I was talking earlier about how, in this case, it would appear that the kind of the constant provocation of Iran by Israel, designed to derail any of Trump's peace efforts, designed to kind of keep the conflict going, have worked. That Trump is the loser in all of this. That Iran is still in the strong position it is, and that Israel have got the kind of the ongoing perma conflict that Netanyahu is clearly looking for. But there is a slightly different way of looking at this as well. One that's kind of has bigger implications in a way, and that's the idea that Iran hasn't been, in the last since April, since the ceasefire agreement in April, hasn't been attacked by Israel. What's happened is Iran has responded on behalf of Hezbollah in Lebanon, and arguably on behalf of Lebanon itself, because most of the casualties in Lebanon are civilians and not Hezbollah. They're ordinary people who are having their territory taken, their homes and their lands seized. The just as happened in France in 1940, a deliberately manufactured refugee crisis is being created. And the purpose of this one is eventually to seize portions of Lebanon to create a kind of greater Israel. So Iran has responded to the kind of the ongoing attacks on Lebanon by missiling and firing missiles and drones at Israel. Why is that significant? Well, Iran has not really done this before. Iran has not interceded on the behalf of any other Middle Eastern state in order to attack Israel. Now, this is not altruism. Nothing about this is altruism. Iran doesn't do altruistic things. Iran has had in Lebanon its own proxies in the guise of Hezbollah for a long, long time. And Iran has, and this has been a kind of key feature of kind of the post sort of 2003 order, that the kind of the world that Iran has built in the Middle East, its own security architecture in the Middle East. But it has never, so far, whilst not under fire itself, chosen to intervene on behalf of Lebanon or anyone else. So the thought kind of springs, well, what if they decided to intervene on behalf of Gaza? So far, in the imagination of Israel, of the Israeli government, at least the Israeli state of Netanyahu, it is in their kind of imagined version of the world. They believe that they can act with impunity when it comes to Gaza, that they can torment the Palestinians as much as they like, and that territory is theirs to do with as they wish. But what if it's not? What if what Iran is showing is that it can, if it wishes to, intercede on the behalf of Lebanon? What if it could do the same for Gaza? Well, I try not to kind of trade in counterfactuals, but this is an interesting development, and what it shows us is that the kind of the unipolarity of power relations in the Gulf, we knew this already, in the Middle East, we knew this already, is over. That you have a new Middle Eastern regional superpower, if not world power, emerging in the guise of Iran, and things will never be the same again. America and Israel will never be able to act with impunity in the Middle East ever again. And that is of world-changing consequence. Whilst we're in the middle of this crisis, it's hard to see the profundity of what has unfolded and the consequences that have unfolded and that continue to unfold and will continue to unfold. It might only be in the 2030s that we really are able to take a step back and look at how profound a moment this is. Anyway, there's plenty more on the website about around the Middle East and other things besides. And hurrah, I've managed to totally restructure the website so that you can search for any topic I've ever written or recorded anything about, and it will be there. So the podcast, its vast archive, and everything else I've ever done, even the video stuff, isn't complete chaos anymore. It's there, and it's all ordered, and it's organized for you. So go and check it out, www.explaininghistory.org, and catch you later. Bye-bye.